Welcome to another episode of Alan's Collection, and today I'm very pleased to present to you the god of destruction, Beerus. And you better have something tasty, because if not, your world is about to disappear. I give you today SH Figuarts event exclusive color edition Beerus. Let's begin! SH Figuarts event exclusive color edition Beerus. Okay guys, let's check out the outer box. This is a classic window box for the SH Figuarts line, and of course the artwork design is true to the event exclusive color edition figures. I very much like the blue and black colors. It really combines well with Beerus' purple colors. Here you can see the figure and some extra heads. The name of the figure in nice bright white letters over here. And below you can see all the logos like Toei Animation, Bandai, Tamashii Nations, and so on. Moving to the side, we see Beerus here yawning. And again we can see below the bright white letters. Moving to the back of the box, we see all the different poses you can do with this highly articulated figure. Like here, Beerus floating in a sitting position, and over here, two battle action poses. And here again, yawning. And below we have some legal information and warning, guys. And now let's check out the other side of the box, where we have here Beerus about to shoot out a blast. And we're back again to the front of the box. Now that we have reviewed the outer box, let's check out the blister box, guys. Here we have this blister box for event exclusive color edition Beerus. And of course you can appreciate the figure even more. It's looking absolutely amazing. And you can also see now all the accessories. The extra heads, the tail, and the alternate hands. Can't wait to get Beerus out of the blister box, guys, and review him just by himself. Okay guys, let's check out Beerus in his vanilla pose. And this is a very interesting character, because he bears a resemblance to ancient Egyptian gods. Certainly the clothes are Egyptian-like. Beerus is a god of destruction, of course. Is an Egyptian-like cat, as he clearly has feline features. So what stands out about this figure is the glossy color, very nicely painted in blue and black colors, with an orange diamond-shaped symbol here. I also like the sash, which is nicely sculpted and painted in gold with white and orange diamonds. We have here his baggy pants, painted in blue with black shading, and the wrinkles are nicely sculpted. And of course, let's not forget the shoes. They look like goblin shoes, but they are nicely painted with golden accents. Of course, Beerus' skin color is purple, and also you can see his ribs. He's a skinny cat who needs food. That's why he's so hungry when he wakes up from a long sleep. The head sculpt is very unique, with feline features such as the long ears with a golden clip there. And of course, his face. This face is a thoughtful face, particularly when he's trying to analyze Goku's powers. And here guys, on the back, as you can see, there is a space for placing Beerus' tail. But we will be placing the tail on Beerus later on. Now that we have reviewed the vanilla pose, let's check out the articulation for Beerus. Okay guys, it's time to check the articulation for Beerus. Starting with the head. As you see, it can move down very nicely. can move up as well. And it can move to the left. And also it can move to the right. This figure has the ability to tilt left and tilt right. Moving on to the torso. It does have an ab crunch, as you can see here. You can move the upper torso forward and backwards very nicely. And also you can move the upper torso to the left and to the right, as you can see. I wouldn't say there is hip articulation because of the sash basically doesn't move. The hips don't move, guys, but we have nice articulation on the upper torso. And also you can wobble, as you can see here. Upper torso wobble. Let's check out the arm articulation for this figure. And the arm goes forward. And then the arm goes backwards. And then the arm goes out. And of course, here on this part, you can move 360 degrees very nicely. Moving down to the elbow. This is a double jointed elbow. And you can move up like this. And then back again really nicely. And moving on to the wrist articulation. You can move the wrist 360 degrees like this. And you can move the hand up and down very nicely. Finally, let's check out the leg articulation. And the leg moves forward. And also the leg moves backwards. And the leg goes out really nicely. He can do a side kick really, really nicely. Of course, the figure has baggy pants, so you're not able to see much of the articulation for the knee, but this is a double jointed knee. Beerus has a double jointed knee, as you can see here clearly, and you can move the knee all the way up to here. Very nice to make some cool poses. And moving down to the foot articulation. The foot goes down, goes up, and of course it has a roca on the foot. And of course it has as well toe articulation. You can move the toe up and back again. So that's it for Beerus articulation, guys. Now let's check out the accessories, guys. Okay guys, let's check out the accessories of Beerus-sama. Let's check out the extra head sculpts first. This is the yelling face, and as you can see, it's nicely sculpted. You can see the teeth, the tongue, the menacing yellow eyes, and of course, again, his long ears. Really nice. Moving on to the second extra head sculpt, my personal favorite, the yawning face. And as you can see, he has his eyes completely closed and his mouth completely open as he's yawning. And you can see the details again in the teeth. And of course, as you can see, a tear coming out of the right eye. So here's a nicely painted detail of the tear. Moving on to the interchangeable hands. Here we have the hands for shooting out a blast. Very nice. Left and right. And nicely sculpted, nicely painted as well in purple. Next we have the closed fist, but with a hole in the middle. And finally we have the menacing interchangeable hand. This is the pose he does when he's about to destroy a planet, so beware of this pose. And finally we have the tail, guys. Nicely sculpted tail, and of course it has a peg on the end, which goes into Beerus-sama. And of course it has articulation, as you can see, you can move up and down. And now I will show you how to place the tail. And of course, he has a hole on the back. And you place it like this. As I said, it has articulation, and you can move the tail up, down, left, right, however you wish. That's Beerus shooting out a blast with the tail on. And here's Beerus in fighting position. Really cool. Here we have Beerus in floating mode and staring to an enemy that he is anxious and craving to destroy. And here's Beerus-sama in one of his classic poses, yawning. And you can see the level of detail as well in the head sculpt. The painted tear, really nice. And that's Beerus-sama yawning. He's bored. That's a classic pose for Beerus-sama. And that's it for the accessories, guys. Okay, guys, here we have Beerus. He is the Lord, God of Destruction. And of course, the first time I saw him was not Dragon Ball Super, but Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods movie. This is one of my favorite characters from Dragon Ball Super. I think Beerus makes the whole series really entertaining. The way that he is portrayed as a very scary character at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. But then as the series progresses, at least in my case, I started liking Beerus. And of course, he becomes a very comic character. The way he eats, the way he thinks, the way he sleeps. And he's very impulsive, he's very impatient, and always Whis is his Gemini cricket, if you will. He's always calming down Beerus not to destroy the planets that are worth keeping, like planet Earth. Well, thank you very much, guys, for watching this review. Do not forget to leave a comment. What do you think about this figure? What do you think about the colors? And do not forget to like this video and of course subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next on Alan's Collection.